Last Christmas, I traveled to Fiji and New Caledonia on a cruise with Olympus EM1 Mark III and the 12-100mm f4 lens, which is highly regarded for its image quality and versatility. In this video, I talk about my experience of using the combination with real travel experience. To achieve a high image quality with this focal range, the lens can't be small. Micro Four Thirds has the advantage of having smaller lens compared to large sensor systems, but the lens with good image quality and decent focal length coverage still can't be small and light. It's over 1 kg in total when mounted on EM1 Mark III. You can use a smaller body to get a lighter package, but then it will be front-heavy and less easy to hold. I don't travel often and probably won't visiting the same place again, so I thought it's a valuable experience that I'd take just the best lens for the trip. But overall, I was a bit disappointed, because for this trip I rarely used focal length above 50mm or 100mm equivalent. The longest focal length was used a few times just for the sake of trying to see how far it can capture. I'm sure there are cases where 50 to 100mm are useful, but for my trip, if I choose again, I'd rather pick something like 12 to 60 or even 12 to 35. These two are almost half the weight of the Olympus lens. Walking the whole day with a half-kilo lens isn't a very pleasant experience if you're used to using smaller primes. In terms of image quality, it's very good. I'd say it's better or at least the same as a bag of primes. Despite that half of the focal range was not needed, I got images that I'm very happy with. So after all, it's up to you. If you determine that you do need the coverage and you're okay with the weight, not just for a moment but for a long period when you travel, it's a good lens. The fact that it's weather sealed and has image stabilization is a bonus for travel as well. But if you prefer lightweight and don't need a range of focal length, probably consider something else. Also, it's worth to mention, for this focal length and image quality, to maintain a relatively small package, f4 is a good compromise. The two alternatives I mentioned before, the Panasonic 12 to 60mm f2.8 to 4 starts with f2.8, but it quickly becomes f4 as you zoom in. It's basically a 12mm f2.8 prime plus 12 to 60mm f4 zoom. The other one, the 12 to 35mm or the Olympus 12 to 40mm have constant aperture but a much shorter focal length compared to the 12 to 100mm. So it's all about balancing between focal length coverage, size and weight. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.